Hey, before I get started, I want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors are to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. And shalom to you, sincere sisters, as well. Now, this is going to be a real quick one as well. Just wanted to touch on this subject matter, something that I keep seeing over the years on social media. In most recent years, it's a newfound dispute amongst you so-called white people, all right, which are biblically the Edomites. Is this argument between the little hats, all right, the hook noses, all right, Jews, and regular, as they call themselves, regular old-fashioned white people. And the argument is that Jews aren't white people. Well, white people aren't white people. These Edomites, your elite, have been spreading for centuries, all right? And now it's coming to bite y'all in the ass. See, when you go online, the argument, the diaspora wars amongst the tribes, so to speak. You know, I'm a foundational Black American. We don't have nothing to do with you Caribbeans, Black people, or we don't have nothing to do with blah, 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 blah. You know, those talking points. Like, the more you dig and you start to see things, the more you realize that all of the 2/3 and the ones that are out, specifically, I say those outside of the circle and the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all act, walk, talk, think like so-called white people. Your philosophy is that of a so-called white man, because white people and Jews argue all day long about if they're who's white and who's not. Well, let me tell you, those little hat wearers are Edomites just as much as you white Americans, you French Americans, excuse me, not French Americans, you French white people, you German white people, all of y'all love to stand on these with what you are and this, that, and the third. You're Edomites. You come from the tribe of Esau. You're a Hebrew Edomite. Okay? Now, when you go into the scriptures, it tells you that that Amalek, which that's who you so-called Jews are. You're Amalekites. You're Amalekites. Get used to that. All right? That's what you are. That's your true biblical distinction, true biblical naming. You're Amalekites. And you know Amalekite was the grandson, all right, of Esau. So what does that make Amalek? Amalek would then be an Edomite. That's what you are. You're all Edomites. You just have a evil eye towards each other. That's all it is. All right? No, hell no. It's a big difference between white people and Jews. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, what y'all feel, and the reason, another thing, you had this guy, Kanye, in this interview he recently did, and he was speaking about the fact of how, well, you know, you got Jews that work for white people. It's like, what the fuck? This is where your lack of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is failing you, because you're trying to use these white categorizations to describe them, when they use these categorizations to throw you off, to keep you in the darkness to who they are. See, just as much as they don't want you to know who we are, they don't want you to know who they are. And that's a fact. They don't want you to truly know the truth of who they are. And they know it. They know they're Edomites. All right? They know it. You could go into history and draw all this history of connecting what's his name? Alexander the Greek, all the way back to Haman the Agagite, which were of the line of Amalek. And he was a principal a prime Edomite. He was a top. Listen, man, it don't get more top as far as an Edomite goes than Alexander the Greek. Would you not agree? He's literally the reason why white people have any level of society, have any level of culture at all. Although it's a stolen culture, but nevertheless, Alexander the Greek was a chosen Edomite, all right, to lead y'all. That's why you all push this narrative of the start of the civilization started with the Greeks. There is truth there. The start of the Edomite civilization rulership started with Alexander the Greek. That's a fact, okay? But nevertheless, over the years, this whole trying to distinguish one another from each other is just simple civil war. It's just simple civil war. Simply having an evil eye towards your brother because you all come from the same line. All you so-called white people should be saying, you know, we come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. That's the truth. But then you scoff and scorn when we lay it all the way out. The scriptures say in Jeremiah 1:4 that we shall be a prophet unto the nations, unto all of you. We're here to tell you all what you are and what's coming to you. But this narrative that you're separate is bullshit. You're not separate. You're not separate from your descendants that was causing crazy doing crazy shit on the earth, crimes. Isaiah the 14th chapter cuts you off. Hey, that was nobody today is responsible for slavery. Nobody today is responsible. None of the people that did that are alive. I'm not responsible for it. Stop being a victim. But then you got these Ben Sparrows and these other little hats all over the internet pushing their propaganda on making you feel sorry for something that didn't even happen. It didn't even happen. That's why everybody keeps saying they're speaking on the great noticing. Everybody's noticing because the limelight is on you to be exposed. The scriptures speak about the bearing the foreskin and lifting up the skirt of you Edomites. That's all of you. That's your Jew, you fake Jew Edomites. That's you white American Edomites, like I said. That's you French Edomites, you German Edomites, you British Edomites. All right? And I'm gonna hit you with this too. The same affects how we speak about there being tares amongst our people. When we go into that, what does that mean? When the scriptures speak about the wheats and the tares, and the enemy came in sowing his seed. Well, one thing that the so-called white man doesn't get enough credit for is he's the original he's the original, what's the word I'm looking for? Passport, bro. And really on another level of passport, bro, is colonizing. He was the original going around the world colonizing people. What you think he was doing? He was raping women around the world, laying seed. So a lot of you so-called Chinese people, a lot of y'all are really Edomites, because an Edomite went into your country many years ago and laid seed with a Chinese woman. And what you think when a white listen, man, it doesn't get spoken on, but the greatest interracial relationship or combination that there is on the planet Earth right now is white men and Chinese women. White men and Chinese women are that's the highest number of interracial, or the ideal interracial relationships. All right. So a lot of these slant eyes that you're seeing around here, they're not Moabites and Ammonites or so-called Chinese and so-called Japanese just because they look. That's another reason why this devil throws you off. He doesn't want you to ever be on the path of figuring out who is this devil. But that's okay. The scriptures say that the people will be in gross darkness. Even with this explanation, the majority of people are still going to be, I cannot accept it, because you're embarrassed. You don't want to be in tune or aligned with those little hats, because they are the least, as the scriptures say. The scriptures say the least of your flock shall draw you out into war. And who's the least? The least of your flock is those little hats. What does that mean, least? The insignificant. Even though they're considered the chief, Their ways are disgusting. Their ways are no good to anybody, and they're going to be the real reason why you're in war. Watch. See, all of you stupid MAGA hat wearing weirdos, and you're no different than you stupid Build Back American leftist American Edomites as well. Even right now, you got stupid ass white people that haven't realized absolutely no difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. There's no difference. They all bend the knee to the so-called little hats. And you know what? The so-called little hats is about to cause a major war in the world. And all of you American white men and women are about to get shipped off to the Middle East and fight for a war that ain't got nothing to do with you, because you know what? Them your people, my nigga. You gotta go fight for your people. That's just the truth. You could be mad, you could try to figure out a way in your mind to lie and say that what I'm saying is wrong, but you know that Donald Trump is leading America into this war for Israel. There's pictures floating around right now. Well, not floating around. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it, of him over there with his little yarmulke on and so on and so forth. He bends the knee to Israel, but y'all think he's different. Fuck out of here. He's setting this place up to start World War III with Iran. Iran and Israel will fight. They will fight. He already attacked that one, I can't pronounce it, the group over there in Yemen that has ties to Iran. This is about to happen. But go ahead, think you're separate. But this is where the sad position of the white man really is, and he doesn't get it. You Edomites are in a sad position, all right? You don't even get how it doesn't matter. Y'all have been reduced to, you don't matter, excuse me. You've been reduced to just talking shit online through burner accounts. Only but a few of you have the balls to put your face out there and talk your shit, all right? Only a few of you. Majority of you, you're on Twitter/X behind burner accounts, using different VPNs, in your basement, behind the washer, talking shit. That's what the majority of you are doing. Just talking shit because you don't know, you don't have a way to fight this fight. You're a victim as well too. But nobody cares about your victimization, because you come from a enemy group of people. All right, so I'm about to close this up. Like I said, this wasn't about to be a long one. The truth of the matter is that you're all Edomites. You hate each other, but that doesn't make you any less of an Edomite. The tribes, we hate each other. The scriptures say that the Lord would put have us have an evil eye towards each other, and that Judah shall vex Ephraim, and Ephraim shall envy Judah. Well, those are curses that fell upon us. This is no different than what's fallen upon you Edomites. Civil war, red on red crime. So with that, shalom.